Hi there. It's a beautiful day in the Caribbean. Just came back from the gym and a beautiful morning. Just Monday, I did a video about my experiences in Africa. And that video got a lot of feedback, so I decided to do another one. Some persons were saying, oh, I was negative, and so towards Africa, but I am here to say to you right now that my experience in Africa was more positive than negative. Of course, I was cultural shocked. I experienced a lot of cultural shocks in Kenya and Uganda. And in this video, I will explain to you exactly what I mean about that, the cultural shock I experienced while in Kenya and Uganda. Well, the first thing was the people. As I said before in the video I did, the people were extremely peaceful and helpful. And another thing, my friends, was that in Africa, the people are very, 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 very religious, more religious than the Caribbean. I was quite surprised that in Africa, I visited a church in Kenya, and man, that church was filled with young people, all young people singing and dancing and cheering and having a good time. Now, in the Caribbean, well, it's not like that. It's mostly older people that go to church nowadays. You won't find so many young people, and you won't find the passion that exists in Africa. There's a lot of passion when it comes to religion and going to church. And so, in Africa, but let me just show you this is where I'm at, the surrounding area. The gym is up this way, and the secondary school I went to is up this side. But back to the story at hand. Yeah, so religion is a big, 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 big thing in Africa. Also, education. Let's talk about education for a little bit. Education. I remember waking up one morning and going to the gym, and it was about 6 o'clock in the morning, or maybe close to 6 o'clock in the morning, quarter to 6 or something like that. And I saw school buses dropping off people to school, and school children heading to school. And I found this very, very, very fascinating, because it is not like that in the Caribbean, especially the island where I'm from. Some people may say in Jamaica, school children go to school very early too. Let me know if you're watching from Jamaica. But right now I'm in St. Kitts and Nevis. So I can tell you it's not like that here. School generally starts here at about after 8 o'clock. You will see parents dropping their children to school, and it's not about until 8:30, 9 o'clock the school really starts, and it ends like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I remember saying this to an African friend of mine, and they found that very shocking. They told me that there are a number of boarding schools in Africa where something like universities, they go there and live. I visited a boarding school in Uganda, I was in a village in Uganda where I stayed a month. And man, oh man, that was a massive cultural shock for me visiting that village in Uganda. It reminded me of maybe stories I've been told about the old time days, like the 50s and 60s in the Caribbean. But of course, we had electricity and internet still. So it was like a mixture of the 50s and 60s in the Caribbean, where you had a lot of people selling all on the streets. You had people dropping off milk, fresh milk to homes, boarding schools in the area. Lots of children on the streets walking. You won't find much of that in the Caribbean. Most people nowadays in the Caribbean drive a lot, but in Africa they love their walking, my friends. They love walking, and I'm telling you, you can see a lot of people on the street walking to school, walking to work, going to the gym. Several mornings I saw hundreds of people on the street walking to work. That was shocking for me because where I live in St. Kitts and Nevis, people drive to work, or they would just wait on a bus to come and pick them up to take them to work, but not walk. I remember talking to a security guard, and she told me she walked miles every day to and from her work. And I was shocked, my friends. Another thing is that I found shocking is that man, Africans can work, especially in Uganda and Kenya. People are always doing some kind of work. You, even on the streets generally, you find somebody cutting grass, they're picking up trash, they're recycling plastic bottles, they're going house to house looking for steel. It's a lot of things. Let me sit down under this mango tree here while I talk to you. It's a lot of things that is done. How are we doing? Yeah, yo? Oh, no, I'm doing a video here. All right, then. Yeah. So, somebody just stopped and asked me if I wanted a lift home. But I told them I'm doing a video. But that's the thing. It's very strange for people to walk on the road here. As you can see, this is the road here. There's nobody. This is the road right here. There's nobody. I normally walk to and from gym because I enjoy walking. I guess Africa rubbed off a little bit on me because another thing in Africa, they cook every day. Every day is fresh food. Even when I was in the village, every day somebody is cooking fresh food. And that is what I enjoyed. How are you, friend?
Good.
Doing a video.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Every day somebody's cooking and doing fresh food. And I enjoyed that a lot in Africa because, let me just continue walking here. That was a friend of mine from the village. She's heading to work. But normally, you see, and they don't put food on the fridge that much. And fresh food every day, that's what I like. And since my visit to Africa, I would have started cooking every day as well. So that was another cultural shock for me. So my friends, this is a bus here coming. This is how the bus look like. And that bus is gonna pick up the friend of mine that was heading to work. So as you see, people don't have to do much walking here. There's always a bus back and forth to town, which is not that far from here. It's about 5 minutes drive, not that far. If this was Africa, people would be walking. But my friends, this is my new travel channel. On Monday, I did a video about my cultural shock in Africa, where I explain the journey from the Caribbean all the way to Africa. This one is more detailed. This video is more detailed, but check out the video I did on Monday on this channel. And I will be trying to do more vlogs more often. I just thought that I would come back and let people know my thoughts about Africa. And another cultural shock is that people are very friendly. People are friendly in the Caribbean, but you can meet strangers and on the street, and it's not strange for you to approach them to ask them for anything or anything like that. In most places, that is different. Another thing is the sense of community. Like, I saw a lot of young people working together on the streets, selling their whatever they can sell, selling food. They're working together. Here in the Caribbean, people are more by themselves, individualistic, something like America. But that is another cultural shock. But let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this where I explain my journey. Another cultural shock in Uganda. This is kind of negative. I was in a village and man, the whole area, it was dirt roads everywhere, and the lots of bikes. People were on their bikes going to and from. Taxi, you could catch a taxi anywhere. They have bikes as taxis. In the Caribbean, you don't have that. We don't have any borders in the Caribbean. It's just regular cars and bus. So seeing all those people on their bike, I have a lot of videos on my next channel, Beyond Uncut. That's my main channel. You can go on over and check that channel out. All my videos that I posted when I was in Uganda and Kenya. So make sure to go on over and check that videos out. And I enjoyed the taxis. Here you can see the roads are empty. Let me just show you where I'm at. This way, there's hardly any dirt roads. Even if you have a concrete road that would have been here for 50 years, you will find a road, but hardly any dirt roads. But in Africa, in the village, in Uganda, dirt roads everywhere, and the bikes are moving so fast, and that was a cultural shock for me. It's like, and then when you go into the city in Kampala, Uganda, all you're hearing is lots of noise and people. Wow, I thought New York City and London was busy, but Nairobi, Kenya and Kampala, Uganda is busier than London, England and New York City when it comes to people and traffic. It was madness, my friends. I was confused in those two cities, but I will continue in other videos like this. Let me know if you enjoyed this type of video, and let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this. Let me know where you're watching from, Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, Beyond Travel, where I'll be doing a lot of travel vlogs, and go on over to my next channel where I do Caribbean and African breaking news. I react to Caribbean and African breaking news. But on this channel, I'll be doing travel vlogs. So thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one, my friends. I am Beyond. The name of my channel is Beyond Travel. And on this channel, I'll be doing travel vlogs and stories about my travel experience. Much love and bye-bye.